Alright, yes, I know, third video today. Whatever. Hey guys, DCK here, hitting you up with another video. No, I'm not that cheery. I know. I'm actually pretty happy it's the weekend, so I get to sleep a good chunk. Yeah. I'm already like, getting ready to just pass out. I'm about to, this is basically a follow-up to both videos. I'll probably title this TNAid again. But I'm going to talk about kind of some missed opportunities in TNA. I thought about this a little bit before the video. A little bit. I'm just thinking about... I'm thinking about who in TNA's history could have been good to have on top doing something cool at whatever time. Let me think. There was Raven who should have won the belt in 03. When I look back, I'm like, I understand. Like, they had a big hype up for his first when he got his first title shot against Jarrett. And they were doing the SEX thing, which I've looked back. I've tried to see as much of that as I could, and it looks pretty good. Like, it actually looks good for something Russo-centric. It looks pretty good. And I can understand not winning that. But what they could have done, I mean, I think he got that shot in March or April. In June, they should have had a rematch, and then you could have put Raven over. Have Raven, be less a part of SEX. I think SEX was starting to die out, once the middle of 03 came around. Like SEX, the big faction. And he could have had Raven, kind of be more more of a face than he was before. Jarrett, have Jarrett start transitioning to heel at this. I think Jarrett should have been a heel, and have Raven win the belt. He should have won it then. Another instance. Some of the junk they did with the title, like the NWA title, like in late 03 and 04 or early 04, was weird. I didn't like that a lot. Looking back, keep in mind I didn't start watching TNA until the middle of 04 on the Fox Sport Net days of Impact. I'm looking at history. I'm like, okay, Jarrett wins the belt from Styles wins the belt in the three-way, which is fine. I mean, putting the belt on AJ Styles when he's basically your star. Which, I mean, I mentioned in the last video why AJ Styles, since he's the face of the company, I have not a clue. And then you have Jarrett win it back. I think once he won it again at the end of 03, that's when it was kind of just Jarrett having an ego. And then what? He loses it to Styles in the cage, who loses it in some kind of crazy four-way match to Ron the Truth Killings, who loses it to Jarrett in the first ever King of the Mountain ladder match. Jarrett keeps it until from June of 04 to May of 05. Why did he need that title reign? I'm sorry. I would rather prefer Triple H's reign of goddamn terror from the 03, from fucking 02 to WrestleMania 20. I'd rather have that than what Jarrett did. And I don't hate Jeff Jarrett. I think, he's at his core, he knows the business and he's a good worker. But dear God, once 03 was over, we were so past Jeff Jarrett. I'm sorry, he just he just didn't need to be the guy anymore. I mean, God, Ron the Truth Killings would have been better with the belt, in my opinion. AJ Styles could have been holding the belt. And then there was Victory Road 2004, their first TNA pay-per-view. You have Jeff fucking Hardy, who was so over and so hot at this time, and he was legitimately a very big free agent. I mean, he could have been, and he doesn't win the title at the Victory Road. He doesn't win it at the. They build up the match for the last ever weekly pay-per-view in September of 04. They build that up. He doesn't win it, and it's like, oh fuck, Jarrett. But then they have him win the Impact tournament Do you guys remember that tournament? It was Jeff Hardy, Raven, Monty Brown, and Abyss. Looking back, that's a stacked tournament. That's really cool. Like that, yeah, it's really cool. And he won that, and we're like, yes. And then they cut. It was at the very end of Impact. They cut to Jeff Hardy doing this thing up a ladder, and Jimmy Voice is like, it looks like Jeff Hardy's laid out the challenge. Jarrett accepts it. So like, Hardy's gonna win the title. It's a fucking ladder match. It's a rematch. It's a ladder match. He's gonna win. And he doesn't, because they bring in fucking Nash and Hall. God, I think True Slayer brought this up in a video a long time ago. You know, it's just like, TNAid gives the fans what they want. So, the fans wanted Jarrett to hold the title for almost a year. They didn't want Jeff Hardy, or even, I don't know, Monty Brown. Yes, Monty Brown. Guy, shit, I forget your name, whoever commented in my last video. I'm going to try and bring that up while I'm talking. But yeah, Monty Brown, who really should have gotten the, I mean, I think they really laid it out well for him to win it, for Monty Brown to win it at Final Resolution. Sorry, I'm looking for that comment. But yeah, I mean, they set up a Final Resolution. They had Monty Brown against, what was it, DDP and Kevin Nash in Elimination 3-Way, which is just like, fuck it, whatever. Get the WCW guys out of there. Like, I went in, I'm just like, sure, these are WCW guys? But I'm like, Monty's probably gonna win. And you just could have had him win it. And then, at Destination X, they killed it even more. When they had Monty Brown turn straight up heel and align with himself with Jeff Jarrett. Oh, god damn it. And then, so you had Monty Brown never win the belt from there. Never won it. Never won it. Wow, that was very True Slayerish there. So I'm sorry. Copyright infringement. And then you have Raven win it at, you have AJ Styles beat Jeff Jarrett at Sacrifice. No, Hard Justice. Hard Justice. Okay, that's cool. It's AJ Styles. He's fucking over. Like, you know, yay, he's our world champion. Like, he's like the coolest guy in the X Division is the world champion. Fuck yeah. And he loses a month later. Although, here's the deal. As stupid as it was to take the title off him in a month, he did lose it to Raven, who finally got the title approximately 2 years overdue. He didn't get it when he was really hot, when he was like, you know, he was talking, all he could think about was the title. Even in 04, all he could think about was the title. And then he won it, and it was like, yay. And then Jeff Jarrett wins it, non-televised event in fucking Canada. He wins back the NWA World Title from Raven. And of course, they have the AMW heel turn happen in that fucking non-televised event. God, AMW is another thing. Like, AMW, they were like the tag team. You know, they were like the TNAid tag team. They were, I think a lot of people would agree that there was one tag team. There's like, oh, who's the? If you asked them after, you know, if you were asking them in like 04 and 05, who's TNAid's top tag team? You're probably even if they didn't have the belts at the time, you would probably say America's Most Wanted. Chris Harris and James Storm. They were a good team, and they were built up so much that they were big. They main evented Turning Point 2004 with Triple X in that fucking amazing fucking amazing 6-sided steel match. If I gave star ratings, it would be 5. I loved it. I absolutely loved that match. That and the original 3-way with Joe, Styles, Daniels. 2 best matches, arguably the 2 5-star matches that TNA's ever had. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And just, and then they turn him heel, which I'm like, I can roll with that. But you had it on non-title event. And then later on you break him up. Which, I mean, hindsight is 2020. Considering the fact that, you know, James Storm, I mean, we had the Harris Storm feud, which was actually good in some ways. Not all the time, but the big matches were good. The fucking, the Texas Death Match is awesome. I love the Texas Death Match from Sacrifice of 7. And then they had a really fucking good Impact match, too. And then James Storm went on to do Beer Money, and I really, really enjoyed Beer Money. But I still think, why'd you ever break him up? I'm sorry. Personally, I still don't get why they broke him up. And then you had Jarrett with the title again. And then you had Rhino in it, which it was like, actually at the time I was like, well, that's cool. That works. And they made Rhino look fucking awesome. He won a fucking Monsters Ball. The best Monsters Ball in my opinion. The 2005 one. Really great. Really was like, you know, kind of this big cluster and insane and really fun. And Rhino, you know, got the win. And then he won the gauntlet. Then he beat Jarrett, and it's like, yes. And then Jarrett wins the title on the next Impact special. It just gets fucking more annoying. And then, okay. Here's when things started to click in my head of TNA's mentality. Genesis 2005, November 2005. You have Jeff Hardy coming back from... He was still coming back kind of... This was only like his third pay-per-view back from fucking like suspension because he was a jackass and missed his flight from Hard Justice 05. Genesis 05. You have Monty Brown and Jeff Hardy in it's labeled a contenders match. And I'm like, okay, Monty Brown or Jeff Hardy, whoever wins, is going to end up getting the next title shot. And then Monty Brown wins, I'm like, oh goddamn. Because, like, in my mind, I'm just like, let Jeff Hardy win, let Jeff Hardy finally get his revenge on Jarrett. But then Monty Brown won, I'm like, oh, now he's going to get the title, fuck. He's finally getting a shot. And then they bring in Christian. I like Christian. I think he's rather good. Why 3 fucking months? 3 months? And you put the fucking belt on him? I'm sorry. No. I don't like that. I like Christian, but I don't like that. And it made Monty Brown look like shit. And it made TNA look like shit. It's like, oh, WWE guy's better. Monty Brown was your guy. Monty Brown was, Monty Brown was a WWE guy without ever having been in the WWE. But, I mean, what I mean by that is his look, his promo, just kind of the type of guy he was. He wasn't, your Chris Sabin or your AJ Styles or your Amazing Red or stuff like that. It was, I got Skyped. Who's talking to me? Oh, Nikolai. But they jettisoned Christian over him. That's in hindsight, that's when I could tell a change in mentality. I think I might make another. I might pick up from here and talk about more disappointments. Alright. This silence at the end of the video, it's really just me just gathering my rage. I want this company to succeed so badly, and it just fucks it up. DoubleCrossKing. Stay classy, everybody.